Hello and welcome back. So today we're going to be talking about these different types of kettles. This is in light of our most recent, or one of the most recent blog posts where we discuss a direct comparison in features of these kettles. We also have another comparison blog post regarding the scales that we sell. So just quickly, the very first thing I want to talk about is the two major differences when buying a coffee brewing kettle, and that is we've got stovetop and we've got electric. Now, personally, I believe that is one of the most important differentiation alongside price point as what you should really consider initially. You might need to think about where an electric kettle is going to fit. If you don't, you might lean towards something like the Stagg, which is a stovetop, and you can leave it on your stove if you're brewing at home. I know that a lot of cafes favourite these ones as they don't take up a huge, ridiculous amount of space, but they're also quite reliable in the cafe scene. The Stagg EKG especially. Another thing that I wanted to talk about real quick was price. So these are the cheapest at the moment. The recommended retail on this one is $164. Over here we have $148.95. This is the recommended retail. That makes these ones the cheapest. The fellow Stagg EKG is $279 recommended retail price. And it can be that the cheapest because they don't rely on any heating elements. They don't rely on much technology, which can be quite expensive when it adds up. The Brewista Smart Pour Variable Temperature Kettle is the second most expensive on middle point. The fellow Stagg pour over kettle, it's got a gooseneck, it's got the weighted handle, and it's compatible on all stovetops, excluding, I believe it's some of the Auto Connect Bosch stovetops. Now, it also, and you can see this on the side a little bit better, but it has a thermometer built in, or a brew gauge. It does have a brew gauge as well, so that tells you the prime brewing temperature. Now, as you can see, it's available in both black and white. They're the colors that we stock, it's all around a really great kettle. If you're after much more specifics, you can absolutely go on our website, and we've got the full spec sheet on all of these side by side, so you could directly compare what's right for you. After this one, we've got the Brewista Smart Pour Variable Temperature Kettle. So this one has a lot of tech inside, but it does lack some of the higher quality materials. So it does have the stainless steel, which that's what it's made from. It also does have the plastic components and the plastic base. It has the gooseneck. It doesn't have a thermometer as in a physical one like this one does. Instead, it's got it digitalized, and that's shown in both the display. So it's actually shown as your set and your hold temperature. So what it's currently at and what you want it to be, in other words. A lot more features that this kettle is able of doing. The fellow Stagg EKG, you could say that it's dumbed down a little bit. It's really looked at all of the functionalities that these smart kettles have and dialed it back to what you really need. So you have full control over the temperature. You can hold the temperature. When you have hold functions, you also have auto off functions. That's a safety measure so that you don't overboil or leave it on for unwanted duration of time. That could cause fires. So it really does move everything back to basics, and we like that here. And that's it. So if you'd like to see a side-by-side spec sheet and a comparison that we've done, we don't really talk about things like what's useful for you, because what's useful for you might be completely different to the next person over. So instead, what we've done is we've just looked at the facts, how many liters, the type of materials used, the type of whether or not it has a weighted handle, all of the factual things that you'll need to consider when looking at these. So we hope you found this useful, and I look forward to hearing from you and your coffee adventures. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.